Tom, be honest with me for a second. If you had to do all your holiday shopping in just 1 hour, would you survive? Or would you simply sit on the floor of the mall and cry?
Jessica, I would absolutely sit on the floor, maybe even lie down. 1 hour for holiday shopping is impossible. You need strategy, snacks, and psychological preparation.
Psychological preparation? Were you preparing for a marathon?
It's basically the same thing, long distance chaos. Running around looking for deals, dodging crowds, sweating, questioning your life choices.
Welcome back, everyone, to Story Orbit N. Today, we are diving into holiday shopping and gift giving. And as you can see, Tom is already stressed.
I start feeling the pressure the moment I hear the words Black Friday.
Black Friday is intense. By the way, listeners, Black Friday is that huge shopping day right after Thanksgiving in the US, where many stores have enormous discounts. The word discount means a reduction in price, sometimes a great one, sometimes a fake one.
Fake ones are the worst. When a store says something like 40% off, but you know the original price was raised just so the discount looks dramatic.
That should be illegal. And then there's Cyber Monday, which is like Black Friday but online, for people who want deals without the risk of being stepped on.
Exactly. Cyber Monday is my safe zone. I can sit with a hot chocolate, add things to my cart, remove them, add them again, feel guilty, remove them again, then finally buy something unnecessary.
Unnecessary is such a key holiday shopping word, meaning something you don't need but somehow convince yourself you need because it looks shiny or the ad says it will change your life.
I fall for that every single year. Last year, I bought a smart mug that heats your tea automatically. And do you know what happened?
You never used it.
Not even once. I forgot to charge it.
A mug that needs charging sounds like a scam.
It was, but it was 30% off.
See? This is how consumerism works. Consumerism means the tendency to buy more and more stuff, often influenced by advertising or social pressure.
That's the exact holiday vibe. You go out for one small thing and come home with 12 bags, and suddenly you're like, wait, why did I buy a decorative snowman that lights up and plays music when I don't even like snowmen?
I once bought a dog sweater for a dog I don't have.
You didn't seriously buy a dog sweater when you don't even own a dog?
I did. It was cute and soft and had tiny reindeer. My brain just said, buy it. Then I walked out of the store and remembered, I do not live with any living creature except a cactus.
Poor cactus. Did you at least put the sweater on it?
I tried. Didn't fit.
Anyway, listeners, holiday shopping is a great source of fun vocabulary, like impulse buy, which means buying something suddenly without planning, or queue, which means a line of people waiting. During holiday season, you will see queues everywhere, and not happy queues. And in the US, people usually say line instead of queue, so you'll hear things like standing in line or waiting in line.
Angry queues. People holding 20 items looking like they haven't slept in days.
Or gift wrapping. That one sounds simple, but I struggle a lot. Wrapping a gift means covering it with decorative paper, but my gifts always end up looking like I wrapped them during an earthquake.
Mine look like I wrapped them blindfolded.
But hey, it shows effort, and that's what counts. Speaking of gifts, how early do you start shopping?
Oh, I am one of those organized people who promise every year to start early. And then suddenly it's December 23rd, and I'm running through the city like a confused chicken.
That's the holiday spirit. Panic.
Listeners, do you do the same? Do you shop early or last minute? Think about it for a moment. It's a good chance to reflect on your own habits.
I try to shop early, but then I hide the gifts in a secret place and forget where I hid them. So I buy replacements. Then in February, I find the original gifts. So technically, my present inventory grows every year.
Inventory means a list or storage of items you have. Tom has a secret warehouse of forgotten gifts.
It's very embarrassing. I once found 3 identical candles.
That's not terrible. Candles are the most neutral gift ever. They work for anyone.
Not if they smell like ocean breeze with whispering pine. That one made my house smell like a gym locker mixed with toothpaste.
Why would anyone combine ocean breeze with pine?
Exactly my question.
So let's talk about something deeper. Holiday shopping isn't just about buying random objects. There's also gift giving that has meaning, like choosing something thoughtful that shows you care.
Yes, a thoughtful gift reflects the person who is receiving it, For example, if your friend loves cooking, you could give them something related to that. That's what I try to do.
That's the key difference between a gift and a good gift. A good gift shows you paid attention.
Although sometimes even a good gift can go wrong. I once gave someone a super fancy kitchen knife. Turns out they were afraid of knives.
Tom, what? How do you accidentally give someone something they are terrified of? That's not a gift. That's like an instant panic button. Didn't you notice they looked uncomfortable every time a knife appeared in the kitchen?
I didn't think it through. They opened the box and screamed. Lesson learned.
Oh, wow. One thing I love about holiday season is the idea of giving to people who really need help. Many cities have donation drives or food banks. For listeners who don't know, a food bank is an organization that collects food and distributes it to individuals and families in need.
I love that. In my town, we always have a big event where people donate non-perishable foods. Non-perishable means food that doesn't spoil quickly, like pasta, rice, canned vegetables.
When I was a kid, my school did that every December. We brought items and learned why helping others matters. It made the holidays feel more meaningful.
I think that's the best kind of gift. When you give without expecting anything in return.
Absolutely. And some people also give time, not just objects. Volunteering is such a beautiful tradition during the holidays.
True. And it teaches an important vocabulary word, generosity, which means the willingness to give or share more than what is necessary.
Speaking of generosity, I sometimes create handmade gifts. One year, I made candles myself, melted the wax, added essential oils, poured it into jars.
That sounds lovely, Jessica.
It was. Except I accidentally added too much lavender and the candles smelled like a giant soap factory.
I think you and scented candles have a complicated relationship.
I agree, but handmade gifts feel special, even if they're not perfect.
My handmade gifts usually involve food. One year, I baked cookies for everyone, but I forgot to label the flavors. So people were playing a kind of cookie lottery.
Cookie lottery sounds amazing, unless one of them was spicy.
One was, I put chili powder in one batch. A very unfortunate family discovered that.
So your holiday gift giving is full of surprises, Tom.
Spontaneous, unpredictable, confusing. I call it creative.
Let's talk about vocabulary again for a moment. Listeners, when we say batch, we mean a group of items produced at the same time, like a batch of cookies. Another good word is splurge, which means to spend more money than you normally would, usually on something enjoyable.
I splurge every December. It's like a tradition.
I think everyone does. But sometimes the best gifts are small, like a handwritten note or a photo, something personal. Those things stay in your memory.
Very true. In fact, one of my favorite gifts ever was a small notebook with little memories written inside. It didn't cost anything, but it meant so much.
That's beautiful. And it shows another vocabulary idea. When something has sentimental value, it means the emotional meaning is more important than the price.
Exactly. That notebook had a huge sentimental value. Unlike the electric mug that had zero value, except reminding me of my bad shopping decisions.
So let's talk strategy for holiday shopping. My first rule is planning. Making a list helps a lot.
I make a list but then ignore it completely.
That defeats the purpose.
I know. But lists give me confidence before I abandon them.
Listeners, if you want to try a useful expression, here is one. Stick to the plan, which means follow your plan without changing it. Tom refuses to stick to the plan.
Guilty. What about budgeting? Do you set a limit on how much to spend?
I try. Budgeting means deciding how much money you can use. But sometimes I go over the limit if I find something really perfect.
I always go over the limit. Then in January, I look at my bank account and say, what happened?
That's another holiday tradition.
I think part of the problem is that everything looks more appealing during the holidays. The lights, the decorations, the music. Suddenly, even a pair of socks feels magical.
Holiday socks are adorable and practical.
True. But I've also bought way too many novelty socks. Like ones with dancing snowmen. I don't even wear them. They just live in a drawer.
Holiday drawers are mysterious places full of things you forgot buying.
I also think social pressure plays a role. People feel like they must buy impressive gifts because everyone else is doing it.
Yes. But the holiday season shouldn't be a competition. It's about connection and joy and maybe a little chocolate.
Or a lot of chocolate. Let's ask our listeners something. What is the best gift you ever received? Think about why you loved it. Was it expensive or simple? Was it meaningful? Reflect for a moment.
And also think about the best gift you have ever given. Maybe it made someone smile or cry happy tears. Those moments are beautiful.
I remember giving my grandmother a framed picture of her childhood home. She hugged me so tightly I couldn't breathe.
That's so sweet. The word framed means put inside a frame. A framed picture makes a simple photo feel more special.
Exactly. And that gift has sentimental value, like we mentioned earlier.
Something else I want to mention is the idea of mindful shopping. Mindful means paying attention and being thoughtful, not just grabbing items because advertisements tell you to.
Mindful shopping could save people from buying electronic mugs. Another vocabulary idea is returns. After the holidays, a lot of people return items to get a refund or exchange them. That's common because sometimes the size is wrong or the person already has the item.
I once worked in a store during the holidays. The return lines were endless. One person returned a sweater because the color felt too sad.
Too sad? How can a sweater be sad? Was it sitting in the corner listening to dramatic music or what?
That was the explanation. I didn't know colors had emotions.
Holidays are emotional times. Even sweaters cry.
Speaking of emotional times, some people feel pressure because they worry about giving the perfect gift. But the truth is, the perfect gift doesn't really exist. People appreciate the intention.
Very true. Intention is more important than perfection.
So, listeners, don't stress too much. Think about what will make someone smile or choose to donate. That's a powerful kind of gift too.
And if you do shop, take breaks, drink water, wear comfortable shoes, and don't get hypnotized by 70% off signs.
Great advice. And if you want to practice the new vocabulary, try asking yourself questions like, what do I usually splurge on? How do I prepare my holiday budget? Which gifts have sentimental value for me?
Also, try using expressions like impulse buy or stick to the plan in your own sentences. The more you use them, the easier they feel.
Before we wrap up, let's quickly summarize some vocabulary we explored today. We talked about discount, impulse buy, queue, gift wrapping, inventory, non-perishable, generosity, batch, splurge, sentimental value, stick to the plan, budgeting, mindful, and returns. All useful expressions for the holiday season.
And something else I want to add before we finish is the idea of giving experiences instead of objects. Sometimes people already have so many things that one more item just becomes extra clutter. But an experience can create a memory that lasts much longer.
For example, you could give someone a cooking class, or a small trip to a local museum, or even a cozy movie night kit. You prepare yourself with popcorn and a handwritten little ticket that says, valid for one movie night. Listeners, valid here means something that can be used or accepted, like a ticket or a coupon.
Experiences feel more personal, and they don't take up space in a drawer. One year, my friend gave me a voucher for a pottery workshop, and I still remember how much I laughed trying to make a bowl that kept collapsing. It ended up looking like a confused pancake, but the experience was unforgettable.
That's the beauty of it. Gifts that make people laugh or learn something new stay in their hearts. So if you ever feel stuck during the holidays, remember that a moment can be just as powerful as an object.
And now, it's your turn. Write in the comments one sentence using any of those words or expressions. Maybe tell us about a funny holiday shopping moment.
Or the best gift you ever gave. We love reading your stories.
Thanks for joining us on this festive episode of Story Orbit In.
Happy holidays to everyone listening.
And may all your gifts be the right size.
See you next time.